Hey everyone, we got a Champions League Player of the Week selection on eFootball. The regular Player of the Week selection has already been reviewed. That video is up on the channel already if you want to check that one out. As always, I'll put timestamps in the description, so if you want to hear about a particular player, just click the description. There'll be a link to take you straight to them. So let's have a look at who we've got. So as with the regular selection, we start with a 4-star attacking midfield whole player. This one though, I think is better. I think is a significantly better one than Kamara, I think his name was in the regular pack. So we've got decent pace on this guy. He's fairly tidy on the ball, reasonable passing. Finishing is good for an attacking midfield at 81. Attacking when at 79. With your game plan boost, he should get to 80 plus on that. He's had a pretty reasonable boost on his base card. The one complaint I would have though is that they've made his dribbling worse. For an attacking midfield, a whole player who can play wide as well, why make his dribbling worse? I don't understand. But elsewhere, it seems like pretty much everything's had a bit of a boost though, especially the finishing. So yeah, it's a tidy card. It is a 4-star. If you have a look at his skills, the key ones: long range curler, long range shooting. I think those are the ones they've added. Long range curler, in fact, is the one they've added. They might have added a first time shot as well. Yeah, first time shot, long range curler. So it's a nice boost on his base card. Long range shooting as well already, and through passing. So yeah, by no means an elite card. Of course, this is a 4-star card. You can't expect too much, but for what he is, whole player playing style with a good attacking awareness and finishing, long range curler, long range shooting, first time shot. I think playing wide left, you can play him as a wide left forward, but left midfield will have that whole player playing style active, being quite aggressive with his forward runs into spaces. Likewise, attacking midfield with the whole player playing style. The strengths he's got: decent pace, reasonable passing, but certainly the finishing and the attacking awareness. I think it could be a pretty useful player, to be honest. For a 4-star card, it's pretty good. So yeah, by no means an elite level player, but for a 4-star card, I think he could do a job for some people. He's not a bad card, that. Then we have Arnautovic. With this card, to be honest, it's just another version of Arnautovic. What they've given him super sub. He came off the bench and scored, so that's why. Outside of that, it's the usual skills he's got. He's got heading, long range curl, long range shooting, accurate finishing, first time shot, outside curl. He's got a bunch of nice skills there for a striker. He can play as a wide man, but he's not got the pace really or the ability on the ball for me to play as a wide man. He's definitely a centre forward, big, tall, strong guy. Yeah, and basically they're giving him super sub. But apart from that, it's just Arnautovic. You know, he's had a slight boost on his base card across the board really, but there's nothing really that I look at compared to his base card that's really had much of a boost. His balance is actually 6 lower than his base card. If you max his base card out and train it with auto allocation of his points, it ends up with about 72 for balance. We've got 66 here, so that's a bit of a shame. But elsewhere, he's had a slight boost pretty much across the board. The passing has had a nice boost, to be fair, low pass, and finishing a bit as well. So yeah, it's a fairly nice version of Arnautovic, and it's got a super sub. It's not the most exciting one. If you've already got the base card, I don't think it's worth throwing any coins at this pack to get him if you want him. But on the whole, I have a version of him from a previous pack, a feature version. He's pretty nice. He's a bit different. For a goal poacher, normally goal poachers, you want him to be pacey to get him behind. He doesn't have that pace, so it could be frustrating. But his hold-up play is reasonable. He's a very strong guy. He's tall, he's powerful, but yeah, depends if that's your kind of striker that you like. He could be a nice card to have, but like I say, comparing to his base card, it's nothing particularly exciting about him. It's just a super sub version, really. So a solid card, but not a particularly exciting one. And we have our goalkeeper. We've got Lunin from Real Madrid, and he's just a solid keeper, really. He's nothing amazing. So there's our other 4-star card. For a 4-star, he's pretty good, actually, but goalie awareness, 85. Catching's okay at 80, parring's pretty good at 85, and then reflex and 87 are pretty decent. Reflexes and reach there. So yeah, there's nothing particularly weak there. Of course, when a goalkeeper's in top form, he can't jump. That's Konami logic. But yeah, attacking keeper, low punt. Just a fairly solid keeper really, but it's a 4-star card. You can't expect too much. He's certainly by no means an elite level keeper. Anyone who's been playing the game a while, got a lot of goalkeepers, he's probably not going to be particularly interesting to you. But if you really need the keeper, or if you're a Real Madrid fan, certainly it's a boost on his base card. Could be a decent one to pick up, but yeah, nothing too exciting there. Just a kind of reasonable goalkeeper. And then we have another player of the week, Luke de Jong. We've had a few in the past, and this is just the same thing again, really. He's a target man, and for a target man, he's got pretty much what you expect. Pretty good awareness. Finishing's pretty high, heading as well. If you compare him to his base card, he's had a bit of a boost on his finishing and his heading. His passing's had a bit of a nice boost, and aerially, the jumping and the physical likewise been boosted a bit. Skill-wise, I don't think they've changed much. What have they changed on his skills? I'm just having a quick look here. They've given him penalty specialist and captaincy. Fantastic. Yeah, so you can make him captain, he can take penalties, happy days. But yeah, outside of that, it's just another player of the week version of De Jong. It is a bit of a boost on his base card, his GP card, especially in the important area. So it's a good version of him. He's a super sub as well. So basically, if you like this type of strike, if you like a target man who's going to stand around up top and wait to be fed long balls and crosses, then he could really be a useful one to have, especially second half. If you're trying to get a goal, you can't break the opposition down, throw him on as a super sub. He's got aerial superiority, he's got acrobatic finishing and heading. Got a first time shot as well, obviously for striker, it's an important one. One touch pass and through passing is nice, but his passing's not great. For a striker, it's decent though, to be fair. But yeah, throw him on second half as a super sub, lob some long balls and crosses into him, could be very effective. That's the type of striker he is. He's very much a target man. If that's your kind of striker, could be a decent one to have. If that's not your type of striker, I don't think you're really going to like him very much, to be honest, but it just depends what kind of striker you like. Could be a good one for a lot of people though. Then we have a centre-back, Otávio from Porto. So I'm not familiar with this guy in real life. He's a youngster. He's obviously just coming through. Left-footed, destroyer. A couple of very nice attributes there down the middle. Aggression should hit 90 with the game plan boost with a decent enough manager. But defensive engagement only 83. Pace is pretty average for a centre-back. Here's a rather concern though. The engagement's a bit too low, but jumping only 76. He's about 6'2", so he's got reasonable height, but jumping only 76. He's going to need aerial superiority. Doesn't have it. So slight concern over his ability in the air and a concern over the defensive engagement being a bit low. Those are the two things for me that just kill this card for me. He's got some qualities there for sure. If you don't mind the aerial issue, if you don't mind the engagement being a bit low, it could be a nice one to pick up. He's got a reasonable selection of skills there. Compared to his base card, they've given him one touch pass, interception, which is a crucial one. What else are they giving him? Is that it? Man marking as well. So yeah, some nice ones there. One touch pass, man marking, interception. If you like this guy, if you're a Porto fan, really good version of him. It's definitely a boost on his base card. Albeit his engagement's been reduced by 2 for some bizarre reason. But yeah, outside of that, it's a nice enough version of Otávio. If you're a Porto fan, if you want a version of this guy, nice version of him. But looking at this card in isolation, if you don't have any other reason to want to sign him, you just want to know how good he is. For me personally, engagement's too low and he's slightly iffy in the air, so it's not quite a card. It's a card that doesn't quite make the grade for me, unfortunately. This card, on the other hand, I want this card. We have Brahim Díaz, and we have a whole player version of Brahim Díaz. That playing style will be active, attack midfield and SS. It won't be active as a wide forward, but he's going to be very capable in those positions as well. All 4 of those positions he's going to be capable, regardless of whether the whole player playing style is active. It's a booster as well. We'll hit that booster straight away. Bit more speed, balance, dribbling, tight possession. This card really appeals to me. He's very two-footed, keep that in mind as well. If we look at the skills and compare them to his base card, what have they given him? So they have given him long-range curler, long-range shooting. Nice. And his finishing at 78 with a good enough manager in your game plan, that the boost should take his finishing and his attacking awareness and lofted pass up to the 80 mark. His physical contact actually has had a hell of a boost. If you max his base card out, his physical contact on auto allocation goes to 53. That's 26 they've added to his physical contact. It's not the most important attribute for an attacking player, but for a guy who's got a low center of gravity, he's got some really nice dribbling, good pace, very good balance. You add in physical contact that's going to hit 80 in your game plan with your manager boost. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, this guy is going to be really neat on the ball. Like I say, great on the ball, good pace. The passing, low pass is good. He's not got pinpoint crossing. He's not going to have a great cross on him, but low pass 87, one touch pass and through passing. He's going to be really capable of carrying the ball, passing, creating chances, and with long range shooting and long range curler, the finishing and the attacking range both hitting the 80 mark. All 4 of his positions, I think this guy is going to be really effective, and he's going to feel really nice on the ball. I want this card. I think I could see myself using him probably as an SS mainly. or was an AMF with the whole player playing style active. I think it's going to be really nice. He's got loads of qualities, a really nice version of Brahim Díaz. Yeah, I think this is a really nice card, and it might be one worth throwing some coins at. And then we have another booster, Alberto. So we've had a few Player of the Week versions of him before. I've had a couple of them, and it's a classic case of whether or not you're bothered about the pace, because down the left, fantastic technically. Down the right, it's the pace. You know, the balance is all right. You can't expect too much physical contact on an attacking player. Stamina's kind of doable, but depends where you're playing. They've got him down as a box-to-box centre mid. This guy is not a box-to-box centre mid. I don't care how he played in real life. He can't defend. He can't run. He's not a box-to-box. You're going to play him as an attacking mid or an SS. His playing style won't be active there. It'll be kind of like a creative playmaker, I guess, in those positions. And it comes down to the pace. If you don't mind him being slow, it could be very nice, because he's very nice down the left. And as you'll see, if we activate the boost, even nicer down the left. So yeah, not a huge difference from his base card, but and in fact his lofted pass is lower than his base card. That's a bit frustrating, but he's not going to be crossing much. I don't think that's too important. Everywhere else, it's just a very technically superb card. It just comes down, like I say, to whether you don't mind the pace. They boosted attacking awareness quite a bit, and it's finishing likewise. So yeah, end product for days, technically superb. If you don't mind the lack of pace, I think he could be a very effective attacking mid or SS with the end product he's got. Looking at the skills, I'm not sure they've changed much. Having a quick look there, have they changed anything? I don't think they've given him any new skills. So yeah, just another version of Alberto, but a decent one. They've given him a nice boost. If he gets A form, I mean, you look at that ball control, 97 ball control, 96 low pass. He's got brilliant technical ability, end product for days. If you don't mind the lack of pace, could be very effective in those attacking positions, creating goals for you. If you are concerned about the pace, he could be very, very frustrating. That's what I found with the versions of him that I've had. But certainly technically, if that's what you're bothered about, could be a very good card to pick up, especially on A form. Then we have Marquinhos. So not a great deal to say about this one. They've not done much with his skills. I don't think they've added anything there. He's got all the skills you want for a centre-back. And in terms of his attributes, pretty much the same. He's got everything you want. I think most of us have had a version of him previously. We got a free one from the Brazilian campaign recently. There was a nominating contract one prior to that last year. And it's just another good version of Marquinhos. But it is a very good card. He's a build-up. He's got a bit of everything. He's not the tallest, but he's got very good jumping. Decent pace for a centre-back. Defensively, outside of aggression, the other three attributes there I think are the most important ones. They're all going to hit 90 with your game plan boost. Down the left, AC is pretty decent for a centre-back. And yeah, just a good centre-back around. He's got everything you need, really. Physical contact's the one attribute that I always feel I would like it to be a bit higher. That's the one thing with Marquinhos. I'd like him to have a bit more physical contact, but that's it, really. Outside of that, he's got decent pace and mobility, like I say. The jumping's really good. He's got all the skills, all the attributes. It's just a really good centre-back card. So if for some reason you've not picked up a good version of Marquinhos previously, you'll be really happy if you get this card, because it's a great centre-back card. We got Victor from Napoli. So yeah, this is one of these cards where it's just another version of him, and there's nothing too exciting about it, to be honest. He's had a bit of a boost with his finishing. Attacking awareness compared to his base card is slightly lower. A bit less acceleration, a bit more speed, and he's a bit better in the air. I think that the one key thing for me is his ability to take chances in the air, the jumping, the physical, the heading, and then his finishing as well. And his finishing in general, with his feet and with his head, is a bit better than his base card. So not the most exciting version of Osimhen, but it is a good version of him. My version of Osimhen I've had quite well. I think he's out of contract now, so I'll be pleased enough if I get this guy. Not a major upgrade in his base card, but certainly it's a good version of him. They've given him one-touch pass, possibly fighting spirit. His passing's not great, so it's just going to make his passing slightly better. Still not going to be great though, but first-time shot, acrobatic finishing, heading, aerial superiority. This guy is a goal poacher. He's got the pace to get behind the defence and the finishing to take chances. And with his physical and aerial abilities, he's going to be good from crosses as well. So yeah, I've enjoyed using the version that I've got. He's just a real chance taker. Good from crosses, good with his feet, he's got pace. He's a very good striker to have. Hold up play, not so great. Try not to hold on to the ball too long. He's not going to be doing a lot of dribbling past defenders. Not going to be great at holding on to the ball. Balance is a bit low, but just a straight up chance taker, very, very effective in my experience. So with the fact that mine's out of contract, yeah, I'll be pretty pleased if I get this card, because he's a good striker, very good. And then we have another booster, Kevin De Bruyne booster card with the whole player playing style. So I always say popular playing style, because with that playing style as an attacking midfielder, you're going to be very aggressive with attacking runs into good spaces behind defenders. And with the booster, we'll hit it straight away. You get even more kicking power. Physical, it's pretty nice with De Bruyne. Ball control goes up even higher. Finishing up to 85. Looking at De Bruyne's base card, we've lost a bit of his lofted pass. We've lost a bit of his dribbling. So again, they've reduced some of his attributes compared to his base cards. It's very frustrating as always, but attack awareness is up a bit. That finishing has had a big boost. Acceleration's taken a bit of a decrease, but physical contact's up. It balances down a bit. Yeah, on the whole, I think with A form, based on the attributes, it is a nice version of De Bruyne, but it's all about the playing style. That's what we're looking at. Essentially, it's just another De Bruyne with some very nice finishing and a really nice playing style. He's usually a creative playmaker. I think we've had maybe his one whole player version before. I think that's quite a recent one. For me, this is a really nice card. He does lack pace. You know that's going to happen with De Bruyne. You're not going to get a version of De Bruyne with pace because he's not the quickest. But even with the pace lacking a bit, the fact he's going to be playing as a whole player, making those really good runs into attacking positions with good attacking awareness, great passing, great finishing. You know he's got all the skills for the end product. I'm not sure they've added anything skill-wise. First time shot, actually, they've added. So they're getting first time shot, so his finishing will be even better now. So yeah, with the whole player playing style, making more attacking runs into spaces and having better shooting, and he's already got the passing and the ability on the ball that he normally does. This could be a really potent card. It's a really, really interesting card, this. So I think most people are going to be very excited to get this card if they get him. I will be. I think it's a very nice card. So yeah, in many ways just another De Bruyne, but with that whole player playing style, the fact he's got better shooting than he normally does, I think it's a really, really great card. Then we finish with Pedri. So the deal with this Pedri, he's got a creative playing style. They recently changed his base card to Orchestrator, but he used to be a creative playmaker. So most of the versions we've had of Pedri have been a creative playmaker, but his base card is Orchestrator. So from now onwards, until they change his base card again, he's going to be an Orchestrator. So it depends which way you look at it. You could say it's just yet another creative playmaker, same as most of the previous ones, or you could say that now that he's been made an Orchestrator, that it might be one of your last chances to get him as a creative playmaker. It depends how you feel about the playing styles, but either way, that's his playing style now. On this card, he's a creative playmaker. They'd put him down as a wide left player, and that's basically what they've done with his attributes. They've taken a bit away from his passing, but they've made him a bit better on the ball, and they give him a bit more pace. So if you like Pedri playing in the middle as a playmaker and you're more concerned about the passing, this probably won't be the best version for you. But if you like a version of Pedri who's going to be better suited to the position they've given him, where he played in the Champions League, where he's got a bit more pace and a bit more just ball carrying ability basically, then this might be a nice version of Pedri to have if you want to play him on the left, because he is better suited to that role with this card. So yeah, skill wise, not sure they've really done much. Just having a quick look now. Yeah, I don't think I've changed anything skill wise. It's just another Pedri, but they just rebalance his attributes. A bit less passing, but a bit more ability to carry the ball with the pace and the dribbling and stuff. So if you like that version of Pedri, like want to use him in that way, wide left, could be a very nice card to pick up. But if you prefer him as an attacking midfielder through the middle and you just want to focus on his passing, you might already have a better version. It might not be the best version for you, but depending on how you want to use him, could be a nice version of him. So yeah, there you go. I think that's a decent selection. I think it's another mixed bag. It always is. You can't expect them all to be great, but I think from the left there, I think these five, I think Luis Alberto, it comes down to whether you can handle the pace, but certainly the other five here are highest rated ones. Very nice cards. The rest of the pack, I'm not quite so sure, but there are certainly a bunch of decent ones in there, and I think personally there's a few in there that might be worth spending coins trying to get. So a decent enough pack on hold, to be honest. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you found it useful. Like I say, the regular Player of the Week selection review is on the channel already, so hopefully you found both these videos useful. Thank you for watching that. As always, I'll see you soon.